myself and my senior, Dr. Wisnu Tiranggono. So we are going to explain about our experience at UNC and also how Dr. Wisnu experience at UNC influenced his career later on. And I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, I will start with explaining the opportunities that I experienced at PhD student. So the one thing that I really appreciate is the multidisciplinary nature at Gillings. I was able to take classes in not only our department, but also in different departments. I took classes in like method class, even in education department, in public policy related to water governance, and so it's really open. And for the method class, you can even take class in computer science if your research interest requires you some method from there. So the thing that I really appreciate is multidisciplinary, and for a PhD student, I'm able to develop, like create my committee member for my PhD from diverse background. So Gilling is really supportive for that. So if you really want to learn, you can learn so much, but absolutely as PhD student, you have to limit your learning so you can start doing your research. And as I mentioned, Gillings is and Jonathan also mentioned Gilling is #1 for public health school, but we also have other schools. If you're not for public health, but you're interested for other school, we also have pharmacy school, which is #1, MBA school, which is #20, and social work #5, and many other school with good ranking. And if you're study at UNC, you're allowed to cross taking your classes in these different schools if that is your research interest or your interest for your master degree. And actually there are already some UNC students from Indonesia that taking their degree in this school. And the next thing is inter-university collaboration. At UNC in Triangle area, you can take class in Duke University and NC State. So this is something that's really useful if you're doing more multidisciplinary, and if you just want to take opportunity to learn from other school. And the UNC and Duke and NC State have bus that go directly between this university. Actually, I took class in Duke for free, and I can access all the resources from there without extra payment. And one of my committee member is also from Duke University. And last thing that I really like is the rigors of education. I'm a second year, but even for my first year, I already participated in journal paper, and at my second year, I'm a leading author for another paper, and that's not even part of my dissertation work. So it's we are encouraged to participate in a lot of learning, and I would encourage prospective students who are planning to become a lecturer in Indonesia to pursue their graduate degree at in the US, because in the US we have to take classes. It's really useful to increase our theoretical understanding, and I believe if you want to go back as a lecturer, it's necessary. Compared to my other friends who take their PhD in outside of US, you go directly for research, but having classes in the beginning is really good to ensure that you have really rigorous methodology, really rigorous theory and background knowledge before you do your research, to ensure that you have a really good understanding. And the other opportunity, one of the things that actually for me, because I'm from, my research focus is about water and sanitation. We have international conference every year. At UNC, we have UNC Water and Health Conference. So if you would like to check about UNC, you can apply for this conference first and come and learn more about UNC. And through this conference, I was able to have connection with people all around the world. And this is a picture of me reconnecting with my Indonesian colleague that came to the conference. So every year students are allowed to participate without payment. And this is really good because sometimes conference can be really expensive, but we participate without paying as a volunteer for the conference. And also I was able to, supported by UNC, to participate in United Nations Water Conference last year. And this is kind of opportunity that if you take your study, for example, in Indonesia, it's not easy to join this kind of conference as a student, but as a UNC student, it's official registered institution at UN, so it's easier for students to participate when for this kind of conference. So I was able to, so my first time in my life to go to the UN headquarters actually. So I was representing UNC among with two other friends from our department. And life in Chapel Hill in general, specifically at Gillings, we have Gilling International Student Association. It's really good to have this specific association because we have buddy programs. So if you're an incoming student, I volunteer since last year and also this year to connect with international students, because when you come to school, it's a new place, new environment, new culture. Knowing someone who've been through this process and helping you is really useful. So the association provide this kind of mechanism, and we have regular gathering where we have potluck. Potluck is where different people come and bring their own food, and because of this is an international group of students, I got able to try different food for free without going to a restaurant. For example, first time in my life, I was able to try food from Morocco. Someone just brought their food, and I also brought Indonesian food to share. And not only within Gillings, but even beyond Gillings at the UNC level, there are so many different kind of student associations, and we even have like regular like gathering, potluck, go hiking together. And because UNC is located in Chapel Hill, one thing that I really like, even I don't have to go out of Chapel Hill to enjoy the nature. And like this is on the left side is the picture during spring in behind our building, just 50 meters from our building. And this is the kind of environment you can see during spring. And in the middle is the type of forest. I actually just have to open my window, and my apartment is just next to this kind of nature. And I'm not from big city, so I really enjoy living in this kind of nature. And if I remember I went back to Indonesia a couple of weeks ago, and I was in Jakarta, and the pollution was so bad and make me miss Chapel Hill so much. And you can also go to gardens and enjoy. Jordan Lake is not far away from Chapel Hill, and you can enjoy kayaking or paddleboarding. And there are a lot of activities students can do, and majority of the activities are supported by the international student office. For example, we have on the bottom left, we have like watch party, and one on the top side is there are many students. This is I'm telling about sport at UNC. There is a huge rivalry between UNC and Duke for the basketball. If you follow it, UNC is pretty good with basketball, so it's really, if you are into basketball, it's a really good place for you because the vibe is really strong. And there are also other opportunities. I watch concert with my friends, and I go volunteering supported by the department. Our department is supporting local NGO for supporting housing for low-income household. And yeah, there are other fun activities that you can join. So this is my experience. And if you have more questions about how my life at Chapel Hill, you can contact me, and I can share my email later on. Thank you so much for listening. And next, my senior, Dr. Wisnu Turanggono, is going to share a bit about his experience at UNC and how it's influenced his career post-graduation. Please, Mr. Wisnu, you have about 7 minutes. Thank you. You're still mute.
Can you hear me?
I can hear now. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone in Indonesia. Good evening, Sylvie. Sylvie, are you still in Indonesia or back to Chapel Hill?
Well, I'm back to Chapel Hill. Just a couple days.
Okay. Oke, ini audiensnya lebih banyak mahasiswa ya, jadi saya akan ngomongnya campur-campur aja.
Yes.
My slide is in English. Mungkin teman-teman mahasiswa dari tadi pagi-pagi udah bahasa Inggris terus ya. Jadi saya akan campur-campur aja, tapi my slide is in English. Is it showing? Not yet?
It has, yes. It's loading, I think.
Is it? Sudah keluar?
Yes.
Ya, jadi Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi teman-teman di Universitas Brawijaya, juga para pimpinan di Universitas Brawijaya, di teman LPDP, Alfai, juga yang dari UNC Chapel Hill ya. Jadi saya Wisnu Trianggono, saya dapat I earned my MPH in UNC back in 2016. Saat ini saya bertugas di Kementerian Kesehatan di Indonesia sebagai Kepala Balai Karantinaan Kesehatan di Jogja. Ya. Jadi teman-teman, oke. Jadi pencapaian ini tentu tidak lepas ya dari apa yang saya rasakan, apa yang saya alami, apa yang saya dapat sekarang, tentu tidak lepas dari kontribusi semuanya, termasuk 2016 saya lulus dari Gilling School di UNC, Master of Public Health, dengan beasiswa USAID Prestasi Scholarship 2013. Jadi dapat beasiswanya 2013, kemudian berangkat 2014 ya, tadi dijelaskan oleh Bu Mira. Bu Mira ini yang ngurusin kami dulu 1 tahun persiapan, kemudian 2014 berangkat, 2016 alhamdulillah lulus. Nah, tadi sekilas sudah disampaikan sama Sylvie ya, bagaimana sih academic life dan non-academic life. Jadi intinya teman-teman gini, mungkin teman-teman kenapa sih mesti di US, tadi sudah disampaikan oleh Bu Mira ya, bahwa the best schools ya ada di sana, the best access untuk journals, untuk penelitian, untuk research, untuk resources itu ada di Amerika. Kemudian kenapa di UNC, khususnya untuk public health ya, karena tadi sudah disampaikan sama Jonathan, UNC Gillings of Schools of Global Public Health ini adalah Kalau di kita apa ya? Mungkin kayak Fakultas Kesehatan Masyarakat Universitas Negeri nomor 1 di Amerika, gitu ya. Kalau overall nomor 2 karena nomor satunya swasta, sehingga kalau diambil universitas negerinya saja maka UNC Gillings ini adalah nomor 1 untuk program atau sekolah kesehatan masyarakat di universitas negeri. Kemudian yang kedua, pengalaman saya tadi juga sudah disampaikan oleh Sylvie, jadi fakultasnya ya atau profesornya sangat suportif, akademik staffnya juga sangat suportif, kelasnya serius tapi santai, kadang-kadang profesor bawain kita makanan. Ini perkenalan saya pertama kali dengan Krispy Kreme yang kemudian terus jadi fans sampai sekarang. Kemudian profesornya sangat mudah diakses ya teman-teman. Jadi kapanpun kita perlu ngobrol sama profesor, sama dosen, itu mereka available. Bahkan kadang-kadang kalau misalnya kita seminggu nggak ketemu, 2 minggu nggak ketemu, itu profesornya yang japri kita, are you okay gitu kan, baik-baik saja gitu, sehat. Oke, jadi kadang-kadang juga kita hanya mampir ke ruangannya untuk ngobrol, untuk memastikan semua oke gitu ya. Kalau ada masalah juga kita bebas curhat, baik masalah akademik non akademik, itu para dosen, profesor, ya akademik staff itu juga sangat sangat open. Kemudian teman-teman kelas ya atau sekampus itu juga sangat sangat heterogen ya, dari berbagai ras, bangsa, dari berbagai negara, tapi semuanya sangat suportif gitu ya. Tidak ada kemudian karena kita Asian kita mungkin minority kemudian kita ngumpul sendiri gitu atau apa ya kayak diceng-cengin, enggak juga gitu. Jadi semuanya sangat suportif. Kemudian juga tadi juga sudah disampaikan oleh Sylvie, kita punya banyak akses untuk ke conference. Kita kadang juga sering diminta dosen terlibat dalam research. Kemudian juga ada kesempatan summer internships. Jadi sebetulnya kegiatan akademiknya sangat fun gitu ya. Walaupun sibuk ya tetap tugas ada, ujian ada gitu ya. Tetapi semuanya dalam konteks yang fun. Kemudian non academic life-nya ya jelas kalau di UNC basketball is number 1 gitu ya. Kemudian Michael Jordan dari sini ada museumnya di situ dan teman-teman mesti enjoy. Walaupun tidak hanya basketball, jadi semua college athletics ya sports itu sangat sangat hidup di kampus dan kita bisa nonton apapun. Kemudian yang saya excited ternyata UNC itu ada School of Music yang punya gamelan gitu. Jadi jujur ya saya lebih gampang atau lebih akses main gamelan di UNC daripada di Indonesia. Di Indonesia saya susah nyari gamelan gitu ya. Di sana bisa seminggu sekali ada kelasnya. Saya ikut di kelas di situ. Kadang-kadang bantu dosennya ngajar juga karena mesti menjelaskan apa namanya makna-makna dari lagu-lagu atau tembang-tembang Jawa ya yang yang dimainkan. Kemudian traveling ini kita punya banyak teman-teman yang tersebar di berbagai states. Kita sering janjian kalau pas lagi libur kita main ke satu daerah yang kita ada teman di situ. Kemudian ya macam-macam gitu ya. Kita pernah ke Niagara, pernah ke macam-macam states. Kayaknya nggak cukup gitu kalau semuanya dikelilingi karena ada 50 states di Amerika. Kemudian kalau di Chapel Hill ini sebetulnya kota yang tidak terlalu besar ya, tetapi memang kota pendidikan ya. Kalau di kita mungkin ya kayak Malang, Jogja gitu ya. Jadi memang Indonesian community di sana adalah yang mahasiswa, kemudian ada beberapa memang residents di sana, tidak terlalu besar sehingga justru akan sangat akrab gitu. Jadi karena tidak terlalu banyak community Indonesian community sehingga memang kemudian sangat akrab, 17-an, acara-acara potluck, kumpul-kumpul itu akan sangat kita kenal gitu banyak di sana karena tidak terlalu besar. Kemudian mungkin teman-teman yang muslim susah nggak cari tempat sholat atau gimana kehidupan apa namanya, keagamaan di sana. Sangat sangat suportif teman-teman ya. Jadi cari makanan halal sangat mudah ya. Di grocery stores itu untuk apa namanya, makanan-makanan yang halal itu memang ada spotnya ya, termasuk daging dan sebagainya. Kemudian ada masjid, ada student communities untuk yang Muslim Student Associations. Nah, agama-agama lain juga ada di kampus, termasuk juga di community. Jadi tidak hanya di kampus, tapi di community juga ada apa namanya, ada perkumpulan-perkumpulan untuk keagamaan. Jadi sebetulnya sama sekali nggak susah ya cari makanan halal, cari tempat sholat. Di kampus pun di Gilings dulu kami advokasi lewat students association, kemudian disediakan satu ruangan untuk interfaith meditation room ya. Jadi kita bisa juga sholat di situ. Walaupun sebetulnya kalau di US kita akan dengan sangat mudah apa namanya, menemukan ya, cari spot untuk sholat dan orang udah nggak masalah gitu loh. Jadi kadang ada orang sholat di perpus biasa aja gitu, orang sholat di satu tempat, di satu space di kampus itu nggak ada masalah, dan semuanya sangat suportif. Jadi impact of learning and experiences gained at UNC Gilings, saya pikir yang pertama adalah faculty expertise. Kita punya banyak dosen, profesor yang sangat ahli ya, sangat expert, dan bisa diakses kapanpun gitu ya, sangat aksesibel, sangat welcome dan sangat open. Kemudian juga university and school supports luar biasa, ada international students association, ada international office dan seterusnya, kita sangat difasilitasi. Kemudian lokasinya Chapel Hill ini adalah kota yang tidak terlalu besar dan memang dibangun untuk to serve the university. Jadi kalau lihat sejarahnya, Chapel Hill is a town that was built to serve the UNC. Gitu. Kemudian memang ambience pendidikannya sangat terasa, sangat kental gitu ya. Kemudian juga secara lokasi, walaupun ini agak di southern, di belahan selatan, tetapi tidak terlalu selatan, jadi masih dapat salju juga teman-teman. Jadi kalau teman-teman wah di Amerika kok nggak dapat salju gitu ya. Jadi di Chapel Hill kita masih dapat salju walaupun tidak se ekstrim di utara gitu ya. Tetapi semua musim kita dapat gitu. Sangat bagus. Kemudian kolaboratif atmosfer sangat oke ya. Jadi interdisciplinary students ada di situ. Kita bisa ngambil kelas di tidak hanya, jadi sebetulnya kita bisa masuk lewat program apapun, kemudian kita bisa ngambil kelas di manapun gitu ya. Jadi tidak hanya di School of Public Health, tapi juga di schools yang lain, bahkan antar university. Jadi kita tadi sampaikan juga oleh Sylvie, kita bisa ngambil di Duke, bisa ngambil di NC State, dan itu semua free, artinya sudah include di dalam tuition fee kita. Kemudian kita juga akan sangat ketemu dengan situasi atau lingkungan yang open-minded dan full of tolerance gitu ya. Jadi tidak ada stigma kemudian diskriminasi di kampus ya. Kemudian juga community di Chapel Hill, Scarborough itu juga sangat suportif, termasuk juga untuk akses transportnya. Kalau nggak salah masih gratis ya Sylvia. Ada Chapel Hill Transit bis ya, bis yang kayak kita Transjakarta atau apalah ya, itu yang gratis untuk warga Chapel Hill. Itu mungkin teman-teman, jadi feel free untuk kontak UNC, apalagi tadi disebutkan juga tidak ada GRE, tidak ada ujian GRE. Sebetulnya sejak zaman saya masuk di sana juga katanya sudah tidak ada GRE. Jadi teman-teman punya akses yang lebih mudah, luas untuk bisa register ke UNC di Gilings School of Global Public Health, dan kita menjadi warga dunia gitu ya, dari Malang untuk dunia. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you banyak Dr. Wisnu karena sudah sharing not only how his experience at UNC, but also how it influenced later on about his postgraduate career.